All right, we are on to the Rift, and we are ready in Week 5 and live with CLG versus EGA Academy. Going over where the teams have been throughout the split. Counterlogic Gaming is on a 4-game slide. Trying to really right the ship here. They did lose a game last night to Team Liquid in last place. So really looking to find where the mistakes are coming from and get back to the winning ways they started the split with. 4 out of 5 games of their first 5 were victories, and only losing to the Immortal squad there, which was basically the LCS team with some changes. So looking at how well CLG played in the beginning, we've been saying they need to go back to that, and they're definitely a much more formidable opponent this split around, but seem to be maybe being figured out by their opponents. Evil Geniuses on the other side, 5-4, only 1 game up there. Win-loss for them. They were able to string a few together in the beginning, but can't seem to get the consecutive wins strung together each week there on out. So figuring out what's between those or what may be the complication there for them would really start to shore up more W's. Looking to see what they're playing today. Evil Geniuses removed a lot of the globals out in picks and bans. Twisted Fate, Nocturne was banned out. They did see that Tuesday grabbed up Galio on that first pick around, so smart to early ban out the globals to make sure they can have control of the map. They got a global themselves with Gangplank, so they can answer a little bit easier. Phil here on the Blitzcrank with Wind on Callista. The picks and bans left Callista and Varus open. I think we see that right now, but when I first saw the picks coming out, the first 3 for both sides, for bans I should say, Karma, Aphelios, Rumble from CLG, Trundle, Twisted Fate, Graves from Evil Geniuses, leaving up the marksman. Really not touching that and seeing what the bot lanes could do against each other if they leave those priority picks up. I'm excited to see what happens there. Ruin, as we look into the top lane in Academy, started last night for CLG Academy. We don't know if this means Deus is in LCS or Ruin is playing Academy as well. He got picked on last night. Pretty bad. They kept going top. There wasn't much he could do, and it was unfortunate. So we'll see if he can shake that off, bring a bit of confidence here into the game on this Ornn. Definitely get those initiations with the Ornn Horn later in the game, so nothing to worry about there as we get to 20-25 minutes and those objective fights. We'll see how the lanes pan out. We don't see Varus very often. Definitely is always very good on a variety of champions, and with the safety of the Dark Passage here, it may just be quick and easy for them to get out of sticky situations. They do see Fragus unset in the jungle, roaming a bit down towards that bot side. I don't actually think they saw him, rather, as I call that. It was just the movement of a minion wave being too far out for safety. Phil trying to bait up as well as help Fragus here as Onda gets into a fight. Lots of comps going down in the bot lane, and it looks like they may have baited themselves into this fight, but Phil taking quite a bit of damage, down to 200. Mana Barrier comes up. Can they get the final touches down? It's not going to be there. One more piercing arrow definitely steps forward. A face breaker from Fragus. Is he going to get the first blood? Oh, he's knocked up right on the haymaker. Tuesday comes in. The winds of war, more like wings of war, as he flies in there to pick up first and second blood with the help of the team. Fragus gets one for himself finally, and what a skirmish. That's the CLG we know. That's the CLG we remember from the early part of the split, being very skirmish heavy, initiation heavy, and giving us an entertaining game. Tuesday, low mana still going to go in here to try and prevent the initiation from Giyu. Fragus just can't slalom through the minions enough to get there for a face breaker that would help. Flash is blown all over the place as we still have fighting coast to coast on this one, and Hooney and Ruin going back and forth. Hooney says parlay, but he doesn't want to speak to anybody else. It's mano-y-mano up here. There's another one as he gets a bit more goal for himself, and he has that grasp, so heals up just a little bit each time. A rotation down. 3 members from each team are going to be here. Lots of damage onto Onda. Looks like he goes down immediately. Giyu should be able to Valk away here. Oh, the finishing touches onto Fragus, but he's looking for Tuesday the whole time. Maybe tunneled in just a little bit, but also trying to position for his own safety, not allowing him the shots he wanted. Oh, so much back and forth right now. Matt? Oh, that would have been a great hook, but I don't know if he would like the rebuttal, which Phil was going to come up with as he walked a little bit more towards the turret. That's actually the bread and butter for a Thresh. When you know you have opponents walking against the wall, against a terrain, and you can just throw it at an angle, you either pinch them off going forward or you hit the hook. Really great for zoning and good positioning there by Matt to open a window for a play that it looks like Evil Geniuses wanted to hesitate on. 3-0 for EG as they come out firing. This is exactly what we wanted to see, especially get that Callista going early. Definitely going to be trying to dodge hooks all game and piercing arrows from this lane. So if he can stay safe hanging out here, this is perfect for Wind. Phil can do a bit of roaming and really get those hooks to matter early game. Still playing safe, playing a little towards his ward. I like it. Knowing Phil is coming back, there's not much that could really just pick Wind out, right, of the middle of the lane. He does not have to worry. He sees where Matt is, and he's hiding behind his own minions on the side of CLG. Swifty boots for Fragus as he's ready to sprint around the map on that set. Trying to keep up with the fast bear. If he drops down on all fours, you want to be able to sprint, man. You got to pump up those Nikes. He's going to go straight for the first mountain. We'll see what spawns after this. I'm guessing Cloud. Mountain Cloud into Ocean this game. Let's see what we got. Trying to get a little bit of Prophet Crumbs rub off last night. We did 3 casts together. We'll see how much I have absorbed. Ooh, okay. We're there. There's a hook. Ooh, a little too far forward. Phil. He's going to get his fill of damage from this one. Guillaume actually gets an assist onto that, but everybody getting their hands in the pie is definitely going to come up with his first kill. I liked it. They put that on a silver platter. Now they can maybe start to get a bit more lethality for him and putting damage on that bot lane as they keep it pushed in and keep maybe Fragus coming down here to respect the push, respect the dive that might happen. I mean, Onda can get on that turret all day long, so the more definitely can push, the more opportunities they're going to have once they reach it. 7 minutes on the clock. Wow, there's a lot of action so far. I'm liking this game. And CLG, like I said, they're doing exactly what they need to do. After having the 4-game slide, you cannot come out hesitating, waiting for your opponent to make a mistake. CLG has to come out firing on all cylinders. So far, 3-1, 3-1 to start. So we'll see what happens here on this one. First blood to the bot side was Tuesday with a nice dive down there. He had teleport on his unsealed spellbook. Fragus was able to pick one up, and now they're kind of divvying him up. Phil was able to pick one up for himself. It did go down. They're staying active, though. Cloud is next. Not sure how much pressure they're going to put on that. If Deathly's big, if Huni has ult, going to Dragon, if EG has vision, could be deadly for CLG. Pings up towards the Rift. You can see that Tuesday wants to jump, right? He's ready to take to the skies and help his teammate out with an ultimate. But they're not going to dive far enough to make that happen. Really waiting for a counter if Onda was going to be coming up to gank onto Ruin. Big rotation from Matt. I don't know if he was seen by Ward there. He's just cruising up. They're looking to get some deep wards as CLG starts Rift Herald. And overall, great control of the map. You know, their bot lane, yeah, it's getting pushed in. And are they full rotating towards topside? Okay. CLG bringing it back. They pinged on the bot turret, and I like what Matt's already doing. He's saying, yes, ward this up, protection for Deathly, single plates, solo plates for the Varus. He's going to make cash, but this map rotation here, CLG is trying to set the pace of the game, and it all matters in a few minutes, right? But this could become nothing. You know, if there's a big fight in the next rotation and CLG gets caught, the map movement kind of just fizzles out. We'll see what happens now that Ruin's towards the bot lane. Here's an engage towards top. I believe package for Giyu. No, he actually does not have it. He's just cruising in over a ward. They're going to be able to fight Fragus in the jungle as he showstoppers onto backwards. And Ruin's there to give a bit of an assistance. So right now they are in the 2v1 situation on both turrets. And I think this is going to go ahead and just benefit the top side for now. They're going to have to use so much more resource for EG to get bottom. And even still, Ruin's able to stay and stop the minions. Still walking away from his turret, knowing what Volibear can do. He has bought so much time. Now they're going to have 3 top side. Yeah, 3 plates on each side. But they can drop this turret and get it moving. If he gets that down to 2 plates, it's good to go. I think Shelly's going to have a knock on that first, and you're going to have half of that plate left. And turret's going to go down. So really good movement here by CLG. They are getting it to pay off just a little bit. And 2 plates on the bot side. This is only going to be a bit of damage. They're going to have to put a lot more onto Ruin to get him to go down. The finishing touches. Oh, they don't even come in. You gotta be kidding me. Tuesday, the hero. Winds of War ticking up, and it's gonna be the Proto Belt as he clocks him over the head with it. Onda goes down. You have to be kidding me. This is the CLG that came out winning their games in the beginning of the split, pushing it to the limit, and being there for each other on every call. We see now why Evil Geniuses came in to ban the globals against CLG. They're on point with their comms, but getting there to help each other out is what they needed. Being right there in an instant with the TF that got banned out, the Nocturne that got banned out from EG, doesn't matter. Tuesday's still able to do it on the Galio. They're finding ways, and what a play from him. First blood there. Great timing to roam to the bot lane, seeing the extended fight from Ruin. Great job from Ruin to hold out that long and just toy with Evil Geniuses. Talking about masterminding just a play in the bot lane. Yeah, Ruin ruining EG's chances there, and the turret still stands. But it looks like EG is not happy with that. Pushing top hard. They are focusing Ruin now top. And I don't think they're even going to be able to get some damage. Okay, they will. I was going to say, we saw Matt rotating away, and I thought they were only going to get a few plates. But they stick with that objective top side for Evil Geniuses. And now it's up to CLG to keep answering. Make sure they stay ahead. You can't do that play, be happy with it, grab a core item, and then just watch your turret go down for the game being even. Right now, they're about 1.2k in the lead on the side of CLG. And I think they trade bot for top here, so keep themselves in the lead. Ocean, maybe? I called it Ocean. Whoa, let's go from the first Drake to the third. Partial for thirds, I must say. Top's going to go down. That bot turret actually stands. The coins were on it. There's still 3 plates, so it was not right there. And EG is going to be able to, again, even it up. So a bit of the objectives, Drakes, and overall map flow, I'd say, still in favor of CLG, especially if they can get this mid to go down anymore. A minute and a half left on plates, and EG's doing a good job at just recouping what happened. You know, the swap there from CLG was pretty quick, but EG, I guess, knew the storm would only be so long. They weather it, and now we're pretty much back to even. Bot lane's going to take a bit to go down. I don't know if Huni puts pressure there. He does have teleport up, but it looks like they're going to stay top side and just allow Tuesday to grab this. He won't push it. Unfortunate, right? The bird's eye view. You wish you could just yell like you're at a school play. You're like, go get it. He's behind you. They're not looking. But you can't. You can't. So Tuesday gets the bluff called. He does not push the turret. They are not able to grab that bottom one just yet, but it should happen soon. It's prepped up, and CLG is ready now to protect mid. Plates down in about 50 seconds. Looks like EG will get a chance to back here and get themselves back on the map with a bit more vision. Looking at core items around the board. Looks like first ones are out. Man Immune charge up here for Giyu with his Sheen for a bit of that extra damage as he throws out his missiles and Foss bombs to proc it up. Huni does have the Triforce up, so he's looking to just spread the damage immediately as he gets into to these turrets. He throws his ult from across the map. Now he's going to find a quick boxing match back against the wall as he fights Froggus. And Froggus just punches a barrel out of anger. I would too if, the gank didn't work. Gets the flash. That'll work it for him enough. And now it's going to be Tuesday bot side. These turrets are super, super low, and it looks like the mid laner is just going to fight down bot to see who can, one, teleport sooner and make the better play to get back to lane. Right now, Tuesday can go back and forth with a teleport and his ultimate of that entrance. Things are slowing down, though. A bit of minion prep here, top side by CLG Ruin as CLG takes control of that top side jungle. This is good prep for the Rift Herald. Putting things together one piece at a time for CLG. How big is this Callista? Wind 150 CS to 124 on Definitely still able to do what he can. Goes for Blade of the Rune King. So not lethality as he fires through on this one. Looking to really keep pace with Set being in his face, Ornn being in his face, and Galio being in his face. I respect it. There's not much you can do if you don't have Peel once they get on you. His teammates are really running through, and Matt has to be aware of all 3 of those diving his marksmen. So EG has the work cut out for him here as they're getting pushed back a bit. I mean, if Giyu can get to the bot turret, he takes it faster than Tuesday gets the other one, right? It's expected with that Sheen. But I don't think he's going to have enough time. A lot of wave clear from Tuesday so far with the Proto Belt into Sork boots. And back wave gone immediately, which does most of the damage to the turret, and he's able to clear the front wave with that passive and just a few more hits. So you see what Tuesday is able to do to keep Giyu at bay on the bot side. Is he teleport back here? He does have his ult to get to lane. They've been fighting a lot of map pressure for this. What does he finish? Okay, so he does teleport back as soon as the wave comes in. Oh, waiting for the needlessly large rod. That gives him some kill potential. We like to see it. That's exactly what we like to see. You're a glass cannon, but you're not. Fun, fun Galio. Rift Herald mid. Great job by CLG to be controlling the objectives early in the game. Both drags, both rifts. 40 seconds on the ocean, and it looks like they may be able to get the smite out of Onda here. If they can, he's got one coming up in just a second. Dark Passage to the light keeps him alive, and he does not have to smite right away, but he does have to heal. Ult's down for the result in the fight that can come at Dragon. And Tuesday wins the bot turret war. It was questioned for a while. You never knew. We had to watch it go back and forth. The polls, the census, they were done. We figured out it was Tuesday that came up with that victory. He'll teleport back to lane, but like we said, he has the ultimate to keep moving around the map. And CLG just really liking that global potential that they can use. They're even quasi-global with Horn being able to ult for basically 2 screens. Bodyguard, as he just stands watch over his team take the Ocean Drake. So we got Oceans for the rest of the game. And Counter Logic has definitely been on top of everything so far. This will benefit them so much with Frog's heal, Ruin's heal, and just Tuesday wanting to tank everything up. Wind, he's happy. He's happy no matter what. He's been protected this entire game by a giant meat wall, and actually hasn't had to do too much other than make a few pincushions out of people and watch his teammates take them down. So everybody's working together on CLG, and I think this is what the fans needed to see and the team themselves to build that confidence. It's not a game where one person is super carrying. Yes, Tuesday has kills, but these were actions of the team getting into a fight. Tuesday picking up first blood on somebody that had low health. They were all participating. You know, he's not solo carrying the game. And it becomes a little scary when that happens, because then you expect what happens when Tuesday has a bad game, but the question is being answered here. Can the entire team work together to make it look like they're all carrying? And yes, they can. They can here, especially after a loss yesterday versus TL. That TL right now is the bottom team in the Academy League, so that can play on your mentality. CLG fluffed it off. They knew what they did wrong. It was a game that went back and forth, and TL played pretty well, to be honest. So cannot discredit them for their win. And Counter Logic Gaming knowing what they did wrong and seemingly fixing it here today. Gargoyle Stone Plate onto Phil as he's still building up just damage reduction, right? You got a little bit of AP to worry about here from Giyu, but other than that, you're decent, right? Ball there could shock you up. That could sting a bit, but he's in and out before that happens and really not fighting Volibear as much. Gold now, just within 1,000. It looks like this game is going to stay even for quite a bit. Counter Logic Gaming did a good job. I was happy to see that they pressed that advantage early. They were able to make sure the swap they did actually meant something. That's like I said, a lot of times you can do that, know you have the advantage in the game, and kind of almost, it feels like you're okay and settled with that being the play, right? Seeing if they make a mistake off your transition. No, CLG kept pushing against Evil Geniuses and making sure that more turrets became CLGs before EG was able to get a hold of the map. Mid still stands for CLG here, and that's what they're really working on here to just buff up win. We see the bot or side lane being Tuesdays as that battle for the bot turret went on for quite a while. Now we have a bit of a split map again where people are going to start roaming. It's objective free for 15 seconds, so wards need to go up. I think we're going to see our next bit of action here. The full 5v5s I don't think have really come to fruition for us, right? We're 4-1 in kills. CLG was able to capitalize on 3 quick ones with a few more trickling in as the game went on. Now at 20 minutes, this could be it. You just used that jump. He still went for Matt, sorry. I was reading Definitely's name, but they were running over each other. But Gyu is right there and in range. He only has level 1 boots. The brown bags. He's crinkling along. You can hear that he's in range. Oof. It's all right. I still like it. You got to throw the hook. If you don't know if you're going to hit it anyways. Matt was able to get out of that. The Moby boots really helping Matt, though, just squeak right out of range there on Phil's hook. Now, EG feels comfortable with that being down for a moment. Pushes the wave and uses this to get some forward wards on the bot side. It looks like I was going to say they're committing a lot to bot with Baron up right now. And it doesn't look like that it's going to be too much of a problem. They've stopped. But they do need to get a few more wards back to that top side of the map, and they're regaining position here on their own mid. I was like, this would be great if they can protect Gyu, push bot, and just create a meat wall for him in the jungle. And they're still doing that a little bit here as they may reposition. 1 minute on Ocean. So they're definitely going for Ocean, and they're saying if CLG wants to go top, let them. The risky biscuit right here. See if CLG will bite. They have the inside track on mid lane. EG sees most of the members. That's really what they wanted, to pull them out of the Fog War. Hooks start going out. The minion walked in front of Matt. He wasn't able to get the hook off in time. Frag is getting nice damage to the back line, and now CLG is just going to start getting in the middle of Evil Geniuses. What is Phil? Push throws on the gargoyle stone plate and starts shaking everybody's hand in the middle of the fight. CLG just wombo combos Evil Geniuses on this fight. That hook coming in was so unfortunate for Matt. A slight hesitation in the minion line made it just in time to stop the hook, meaning it was Phil free to run and wreak havoc. 2, 1, and 3 for him. 1-0-4 for Wind as they start picking up a lot. It was 4-1 before that fight. Now 7-1 for CLG. And the next Ocean will be theirs. This puts them on Soul Point and really just dominating this game. They're still pushing into the jungle as well. Wind wants to steal resources. The confidence in their aggression right now is just leaking everywhere, and it seems like EG cannot get a footing in this game. Tuesday, playing fantastic on the Galio. So the way it came through was Kalista set Galio for the side of CLG. Seeing Kalista up and Varus up, they wanted Kalista. Volibear, Varus, Thresh on the other side for the side of EG. So really grabbing up the Volibear and the bot lane immediately, thinking they want this exactly to go against Kalista. And it was decent, right? Definitely was able to get a kill, but it wasn't in lane. Lane didn't really bring them too much, right? Then we had CLG going for Ornn and Blitz, finishing out that tank line that would be able to just create plays for them over and over. And when those plays were created, is followed up by Tuesday's Galio. Something he can have an easy lane with, even if he goes against the Corki, clear waves back at him and play it safe. Control over the map. Something that helps lead to being able to rotate early when the bot lane's pushing. When your jungler has a mid lane push, is able to go now into the river area, start taking most of the Drakes, and put your team in the lead. CLG has just really been on top of stuff right here. Maybe caught in EG's plan, but Frag going low. Could get a kill on Anda as they trade back and forth. Just about 100 HP for the junglers. He dodges out on the Ornn Horn. It's going to be the first kill coming up from Ruin. As Huni is driven out of this fight, he's forced to walk his own plank. He will be healing up a little bit. Avarice, Trinity Force, or Avarice, Executioner's Calling. Yeah, he's getting that extra per 10 gold for himself. Executioner's Trinity Force and Infinity Edge. Does he stay? He just oranged up. Looking for blue buff, trying to steal resources. He's just really trying to get under the skin of CLG here. Do they see him? Do they find him? He's going to start walking close, puts the barrel out. They obviously ping him here. Big damage. This could change the fight. 3,000 on the Baron. Anda's coming in now, and he's going to get pushed out. Tuesday just going in hardcore here as he just flies forward and taunts them away from being able to smite the dragon. Baron, rather. Wrong objective. And now it's a chase. Huni. Oh, the plank is only so long. He's tiptoeing off the edge, and he gets pushed over by CLG. And looks like CLG, they're just going to drop the sails here and start heading down towards Evil Genius's side. 9-1. What a game to come out on after the losing streak has been mounting against CLG. We've found that they weren't really going away from what worked for them in picks. Right? They still get a few of those picks that can initiate when they want. Have open windows almost all the time, whether it maybe be some Ash, maybe protecting an MF around an initiation, so they're doing an objective and you can just bullet time over it, things like that. But it just wasn't in the fights. It wasn't in what we saw here, the map rotations, figuring out when to move first, being a step ahead, and that seems to have stopped Evil Geniuses in their tracks when they're trying to move. Even on Evil Geniuses initiations, we saw one in mid where Evil Geniuses pulled down to what was the first ocean, or would have been the second ocean, I should say, as we have a fight going on here. Phil can obviously take a lot of damage. Gargoyle Stone Plate there if he even needs to use it. They're holding for now for another initiation. And in that mid fight for EG, they had the jump on CLG. A mistake with the hook onto a minion. A follow-up, right, where Phil silences everybody and EG has to second guess their movement. The abilities they just cast really threw them into chaos. CLG's thriving in that right now. And this is exactly what we saw from them in the beginning of the season. Thriving in that engaged chaos. Splitting the map just a little bit now. Bot wave has to be pruned by Giyu on the Corki. And they still have quite a bit of clear as long as Huni and Deftly are splitting between these lanes. The hook from Phil just misses. They try to pick apart Evil Geniuses inside their own base. Chain of Corruption misses, and I'm sure CLG is a bit more happy to go in now. That's going to be the Horn coming through. Saves Fragus a little bit there as they get popped up, knocked up, and here comes the damage to follow through. A double kill for Phil as everybody on EG is just shocked right now at what CLG is doing to their base. That's going to be the middle inhibitor and inhib going down along with the turret. CLG is making quick work of the base, and a thumbs up from Huni as he knows and EG knows they have been bested by the counter logic this game, and it is going to be an all-out brawl in front of the base where EG must find safety. Nexus turret number 1 goes down. Nexus turret number 2, and in a 27-minute banger, Counter Logic Gaming may take the game over EG. They're getting pushed back. This could be the final attempt to where they go broke. Onda's back. This is going to be big damage now. No teleports coming up just yet, and it looks like Evil Geniuses will stay alive. Wait, Wynn's doing the dance. It's the 4 square. This man has the blue suede shoes, and it won't matter. Wynn blows EG over for the victory on the side of CLG.